So go out of your way to see it. It's 4 stars. It's unbelievable. There's going to be a pile driver off the middle rope. I mean, they're going to do all kinds of crazy stuff here. And I know that there's a lot of people who deserve a lot of credit. I mean, Sabu is a daredevil. Jeff Hardy knows no limits. I mean, I'm sure you had to rein him in sometimes. Abyss, my gosh, it feels like every show he was turning the knob a little louder. Um, this is one of the things I think as a wrestling fan 20 years ago made TNA so great, matches like this.
And when you look at, I just kind of referenced the knockouts, when in their prime, there were 10 to 12 females that all had kind of a distinct character. Yes, the beautiful people were a package, but there were 12 different type characters. A lot of times we'll call it in a X Division match, oh, they're all the same. Or like this, we'll call it a hardcore type brawl, monsters ball. Oh, they're all 4. Well, you really had 4 guys with 4, I mean, really distinct personalities. Sabu and Abyss, both in their own ways, were just reckless abandon. And then you look at Hardy, that enigma that you knew you were going to see a daredevil spot. It's just when it's coming. And then, of course, you got Rhino that had that flavor, if you will, that he'll run through a brick wall and he's going to do some brute force strength. Anyway, I thought the magic of the match was the 4 guys' chemistry. It's not always the easiest to really put that together. But man, these guys, off the charts. I mean, off the charts. And look, I know we sing his praises on here, other than him being a shitty fantasy football player and wanting to marry Joe Burrow and his haircut. Abyss's ability to really weave a story within all the craziness, he is one of a kind, super talented in that.
Well, I do want to ask kind of a silly question. One of the things that you guys were pushing here, which back then I thought, well, that's kind of weird, but I appreciate that we're trying to tell some stories. We're going to say that the participants in this match have been kept in the dark and left without food or water for 12 hours. Never mind the fact that Rhino has already appeared on the show 2 hours prior to this, but still, no food, no water for 12 hours. Whose idea is that? Is that a Dutch Mantel thing?
It feels like an Abyss Dutch Mantel thing. I don't think I'm going to be completely misguided in that. And a lot of times Mike and Don we'd have the production meeting, and then producers, agents, production folks, Keith Mitchell and his team, we all kind of go our separate ways. And a lot of times that production room would empty out quickly, and then Mike and Don would stay in there, and the professor would go through his notes and think things through and maybe a little research here and there. And anyway, kind of put all the pieces of the puzzle together. It kind of feels like a Dutch Abyss, throw it out there. And I don't know, I'd have to listen to commentary. Is that a Don West hype sell? I don't know that Tenay went along with it. I mean, it's those type things never really got around my crawl in that, oh man, why would you say that? It's just like, hey man, we're somewhat trying to tell a little bit of a movie here. Don't take too much.
Don't overthink this. Yeah.
Yeah. But I get it. I get the criticism as well.
It's not lost on me that Sabu has never really been given a proper national platform. He was on syndicated ECW TV. He had a couple of one-offs on Nitro and that sort of thing. And he is going to have, a cup of coffee with a couple of different appearances in WWE. I mean, this is 2005, so we're just a few months removed from One Night Stand. But did he view TNA or did you view TNA as a real opportunity to, I don't know, give him a chance to introduce himself and what he could do to a new audience? I mean, he's not a greenhorn. He's well established, lots of miles on him, beat up. But at the same time, he never really got, I'm sure amongst the hardcores, he got the credit, but on a national scale and certainly financially, I don't think he ever really got his just desserts. What about this era though? Did you view this as his chance? Did he view it as his chance, or was it just another booking to him?
Obviously I can't answer for him. Obviously it would be in his mind. And I don't want to say this is prime Sabu because of the Japan stuff, the ECW stuff. But as far as in presentation to the biggest audience on a sustained, and he was, I'll call him a TNA regular, but you got to remember, characters like Sabu don't need to go out and work an enhancement match. They don't need to be thrown in a useless 6-man tag or a tag, or, he's not going to be involved in run-ins and for saving heels or baby faces. He is an island unto himself. And so that was always a challenge, but we really are called programmed, and Detroit guy, and, Rhino's a Detroit guy, DeMore, all intents and purposes, right across the border, Detroit guy. So we understood, I thought, as a company, Dutch loved him, and Dutch said, man, if we don't wear him out, we can keep him special and really do something with him. So Dutch was a big fan of less is more, but let's kind of use him. I don't want to say every month, but maybe every other month, but just not wear it out. But yeah, I think in a lot of ways, Sabu, I'll certainly stand on, he did some of his best sustained work in his entire career and was involved in meaningful stories, I thought, that had progression. It's just, again, he's a unique performer. What made him really good and unique doesn't always translate to episodic television weekly.
They're off to a hot start. They're already brawling all over the place. Hey, I don't know if you saw this, Jeff, but did you see some of the shocked faces in the crowd during that Alabama-Tennessee game on Saturday? Did you see that?
Hey, Conrad, all kidding aside, we were watching Bound for Glory.
No, I just wanted you to see the reaction, because this shot,
to my knowledge, that's over 48 hours old. When people hear this, it'll be like 72. The rankings are already at. We're still in the top 20. I don't think you want to fill this podcast with quote unquote old news, like silliness. This is a wrestling podcast. It's not a football. You know what I mean? I paid my tab Saturday night. Mr. Crockett.
Hang on. If we could show that reaction, because we do have that photo. The reaction right here is not based on the pick six. It's based on the fact that Jeff Jarrett paid the fucking tab at Roost Chris. Like, we were all shocked bigger than shit, Jeff.
Silva, you son of a bitch. Enough. Oh my gosh. That's good. Okay. All right. We're laughing during Rhino and Sabu.
SaveWithConrad.com.
My name is Rajiv. I'm in Sacramento, California. I came to Save with Conrad because I've heard Conrad talk about how he helps people all the time save money and the best route to go for getting some mortgages and finances done. And having heard so many different testimonials in the past, it made the most sense to go this route. We were in the market for a new house and we wanted to know what we could afford. So we spoke with Steve and then Diane to get through the pre-approval process to see what we could afford. And then once we were able to understand that aspect of it, that was when we were able to shop around for a house to get a mortgage through Save with Conrad. Everybody on the team was great. Everybody really explained everything fully to where it was more in like layman's terms to where I could understand it as someone not in the business or having shopped around for houses too many times. So being able to understand every step of the process and talking with everyone on the team about that was really, really helpful. And it made me feel really confident that I was going the right route. I would definitely recommend Save with Conrad to others. I know that sometimes people look at it and they go, oh, they're based in Alabama. What could they help me with? But I'm out here in California and they were able to square everything away and get things done really quickly, as opposed to sometimes even people out here don't move as quickly as the Save with Conrad team. So everything was really well done, really efficient, and I would definitely recommend Save with Conrad to others. My name is Rajiv. I'm in Sacramento, California, and I was able to get into my dream home with SaveWithConrad.com.
Available lesson number 212, non-equal housing lender. SaveWithConrad.com.